Here's a quick overview of my winter quarantine classes. Winter Quarantunes QDF is the first weekend in February, but registration opens this Sunday, January 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern. So I always recommend people look at the level they think they're at first, and then look up a level and look down a level, because pretty much you have a lot of wiggle room, especially since so many of the classes are recorded. So in order of level, what I'm teaching, level 1 for the beginners, exercises and tunes for smoothness and fluidity from Beethoven to Appalachia. So we'll start out with just some really basic hammering stuff to make sure your non-dominant hand gets some extra work and you learn some basic things. And then we'll get into some drones and chord shapes in a melody. We'll go from Ode to Joy to Devil's Dream. Quite a span there. That's level 1, and I'm teaching that Saturday, period 3. For level 2, again on Saturday, period 1, I'm doing Make the Dulcimer Sing with Dvorak. And we are going to do the Largo from the New World Symphony, which also has the lyrics Going Home written to it. Very beautiful piece of music. Simple, we'll do a nice arrangement of it. And we'll talk about different things that we can do. We'll look at some chord shapes and some patterns. It has a very interesting B part in terms of the chords. It's Lydian. Can you believe it? We'll talk about that. That's my level 2, Saturday, period 1. That'd be very appropriate for level 3 players as well. And anyone who's level 1 who plays some already can probably handle it too. Then the class I'm really excited about, which is Friday, session 4. It's a double period class for level 3. Again, if you're an upper level 2 or a level 4 or 5 who wants extra repertoire, I'm doing music from Ken Burns' American Revolution series. And it's just full of these beautiful and simple and short Irish and Scottish airs, which are really common ones. If you know them, there's no Danny Boy in there. They're older tunes. A lot of these tunes go back to the 17th century that they're using, 17th and 18th century tunes, including the theme that comes back over and over, Hector the Hero, which is a Scott Skinner tune, 19th century, but and because it's a 2-hour class, and because so many of these tunes are so short and simple, we've also got there are a lot of tunes there. We'll have times to do arrangements. We'll talk a lot about piping ornamentation, because most of these tunes are in fact piping tunes, and also how harp players would interpret them. With Limerick's Lamentation, we will definitely look at how harp players classically fill out airs, and how you can do that on dulcimer. There's some techniques they do that are a little different than what we normally do. So I'm excited about that. We'll have time to do a lot of music in that class, a lot of different tunes, and arrange them a few different ways as well. And then my level 4 is a tune you won't know, composed by a friend of mine, Sophie Chang. It's a canon. It's a 4-part canon. So it's actually much like a Taizé chant, if you're familiar with that. There's a basic melody, and then she has 3 other parts written out that all can be layered together. It's not really around, but it can all be layered together. And we'll look at how that works, alternating simple parts with busier parts, and also how to expand off of that. It's in A minor. It's a beautiful chord progression. It's a piece that makes an excellent solo piece or ensemble piece or duet piece. I will be sharing the pre-recorded version of it, the unmixed version of it that I did in the studio. It'll be on my new recording, Hands of the Healer, out in June. That's my level 4 class, and that's Friday, period 1, that a flowing canon in A minor with variations and improv. And then my level 5 is one of those tunes that reappears every generation, probably originally Greek, popular throughout North Africa and the Mediterranean, and also in Israel. It's Mizirlu. It was also a surfer rock song, and it was the theme music in Pulp Fiction. I've had it in my aerobic classes, you know. Looking at those rhythms and those fills. It's a great class. It's a great scale on the dulcimer. Lots of fun. And last but not least, I'm doing a whistle class. Hey, here's my El Cheapo D whistle that I love. Period 2. It's a level 2 class. It's Saturday, period 2. And Celtic Airs and Ornamentation for Beginning Whistlers. We're going to use 2 tunes, Down by the Sally Gardens and Hector the Hero, our theme music from the Ken Burns American Revolution series, to practice some really good beginning techniques in ornamentation to work on tone and slurring, grace notes, some of the big jumps. With a Scottish tune like Hector the Hero, you have some big interval jumps that you pretty much almost never get in Irish music, but you get a lot in Scottish music. So that is really good practice for putting several fingers down at once on the whistle, but the tunes are slow enough. They're beautiful. I'll have a little bit of harmony parts in there as well. And that's the overview. virtualdulcimerfest.com. The Quarantunes Dulcimer Festival. I hope to see you all.